Good afternoon. My name is Nyoka Lynn. So, I did a thing. I moved, and I moved out of state. I'm quite pleased with where I am. I have sun shining through my windows. I love that. My plants love that. I don't have all that traffic outside my window. I can actually breathe better. I think I was breathing in a lot of exhaust from the freeway. But yes, so I love it. And I love the way my little place is all set up. I like the building. I just love everything about where I am. Yeah. So, one of my first days here, I went down to find my mailbox, and there was a gentleman coming down the hallway, and he was greeting people as he come along, and he kind of blocked me in because there was a hall table, and he kind of turned. I couldn't get away. And he immediately proceeded to tell me about all his ills and trying to convince me that it really sucks getting old. Yeah, he was telling me all his problems and talking about all the medications that he was on, and it was all because he was getting old. It was quite obvious. He had a lot of things going on. He had a lot of swelling in his face, his hands, his ankles. It was quite obvious. And it was very difficult for me to just not start blurting off all kind of things. But who knows, maybe in time. But sadly, I know that being amongst a lot of older folks all the time, because I'm an older folks, you hear that same belief that just because you're getting older, your body's going to break down and get sick. I wish I knew in 2020 what I know now. I would have never had a hip replacement. As soon as I had that done, it was like my body was fighting that foreign invader in my body, and I had this arthritis everywhere, just everywhere, and I was miserable. And you couldn't tell where my foot and ankle started and ended. I was just a big ball of inflammation. And I went to the doctor and I was like, what is this? Now, he didn't tell me that my body was fighting off this thing. He just wanted to give me some pills. Just here, take this. And I was in a lot of pain. So the first thing he did was try to give me a prescription of Percocet. And he got quite ill with me when I told him that he wasn't going to make me a pharmaceutical junkie. He didn't like that. He kind of scowled at that. But anyway. But yeah, back to older folks. Older folks think that because you're older, things just break down and don't work anymore. Now look. People tend to take care of their vehicles better than they do their bodies. If you don't take care of your vehicle, it breaks down. If you don't take care of any kind of appliance or whatever, it breaks down. If your body is not tended to properly, it breaks down. And then you go to the doctor, and then they give you prescriptions that cause the pain to go away temporarily, but it causes more havoc in your body. Any chemicals you put in your body, they might feel good while you're taking them. They don't last. And it's causing more damage to your body. Yeah. So I would absolutely consider a holistic practitioner. Or look, if you can't afford a holistic practitioner, do like I did. Do your research. And now, oh my goodness, I remember when I started doing all kind of research, I wasn't aware back then of all the information now. Oh my goodness, there's so much information. There are so many doctors and teachers and The one that comes right to mind is Dr. Reese. I get tickled watching his little short videos, and I've subscribed. I get emails all the time with some really great information. I like him. He calls it head to toe healing, and I just know that he touches on not just your diet, but overall health, and it all matters. So yeah, there's him, there's Dr. Barbara O'Neill, there's so many, there's so many providers out there of great information for your body that doesn't include pills and all that mess. They address your diet, they address your emotional health. I think it's really great. But I think it's very sad that a lot of people's mentality is, oh, well, you got to die of something. We're getting older. It's supposed to break down. No, that's not necessarily true. Not at all. So anyway, yeah. So that was my first day here. I ran into him. So I know for myself, when I was diagnosed with all kind of mess, I had to make choices. I did my research because I'm worth it. I did my research and I found out that most of my diet was detrimental to my body. I was drinking a diet beverage, Diet Coke. I don't know if I can say it, but I was drinking like tons of that and coffee with Sweet and Low and all day long. And it was really hurting my body. So I had to make a choice. I had to make a conscious choice. Look, if you're eating something that's hurting your body, stop eating it. If you are drinking something like carbonated beverages, sodas, pop, whatever you call them, cold drinks, if you're drinking these, stop. Stop. We're supposed to consume to nourish our body, not to just tickle our taste buds. There's so many things out there. Do your research. You're worth it. You want to feel better? Do your research. Because all those pills you're taking, they're causing more problems. I had one gentleman say, oh, I don't take prescription drugs. I just take either Tylenol or ibuprofen or, all these other things. And look, they're not good for your kidneys. They're not good for your stomach. They're not good for your liver. It's all chemicals. In your body, your kidneys and your liver, they have to keep processing all this stuff constantly, working. And then if your liver is tired, your body don't feel good. No. Anyway, so I guess that's all I want to say about that. I just know that just because we're getting older does not mean that we have to be sick and full of pain. We don't have to. It's a choice. And I've heard, yeah, we're going to die of something. Well, you can die with whatever you want. I know that I'm going to take care of my body. Yeah. And I suggest that we all take care of our bodies and our mental health. Major issue there. Mental health. Your emotions are your guidance system. What emotions keep showing up for you that you're just tossing aside? It's not good to ignore them. They're signals. Hey, address this. Yeah, it's your guidance system. So, okay. So, yeah, as I first stated, I moved and I'm very pleased. I really am. I feel content already. Yeah. And I know winter's slowly approaching. And my view is going to be amazing. Right now, I can see all the trees turning and yellows and orange and red. It's beautiful, yellow. And I love that. So, I hope you're enjoying your Thursday. I am. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. My name is Nyoka Lynn. Let's take care of our bodies. Namaste.